Quebec has just become the first province in Canada to impose a curfew. Starting Saturday, the 4-week curfew means all Quebecers must stay home between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. or face fines of up to $6,000. Today, I asked Doug Ford if he is considering a curfew as Ontario's cases rise, and he didn't rule it out. This is a definite change in tone from the Premier. Are you considering a curfew?
I'll talk to the Chief Medical Officer regarding any further restrictions.
It wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a hard no either. Before the holidays, the Premier outright dismissed the thought of a curfew.
I've never believed in the police state.
But a lot has changed since he last answered questions from the media on December 22nd. Since then, 40,000 more people have contracted COVID. ICU cases have risen over the 350 threshold experts say will overwhelm hospitals, and close to 600 more people have died. A field hospital is opening in Burlington, and 2 hospitals are using mobile trailers to store bodies because their morgues are full. The Premier says vaccines are the answer.
I think the quicker we get these vaccines into people's arms, the quicker we can move forward.
But his government has been under intense criticism for having the lowest immunization rate in the country, although Ford promised yesterday it was ramping up. Another 50,000 vaccines just arrived yesterday. Out of the 148,000 doses from the original shipments, just over 70,000 have been administered. Not even half.
There's no vaccines sitting in any freezers. We're running out of vaccines.
As for schools, all elementary students across the province are supposed to return to classes Monday, as well as secondary students in northern regions. But for the first time, the Premier, who has stressed students should be in school, left open the possibility that might not happen.
Well, we're going to talk to the health table and the Chief Medical Officer and get their advice. That's the expertise that we're going to take. And we're going to take that advice, and we'll be announcing that in the next day or so.
The Premier was also asked about his former Finance Minister, Rod Phillips, who resigned after it was revealed he traveled abroad during the holidays, which infuriated voters. Doug Ford said Rod Phillips is paying the consequences and that he has made it clear with his caucus not to travel. His announcement today was free voluntary testing at Pearson Airport for inbound international travelers who will still have to quarantine for 14 days. Spread is low from travel, a little more than 2%, but this is a good optic for Ford, who is putting out a lot of fires these days.